Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is a crazy Tuesday afternoon and my coffee cup has officially been empty for hours, but the drama simply never sleeps in Los Angeles. I am running on fumes today, but I had to get on here and talk to you guys about the absolute madness happening right now. So let's just get right into it because my head is absolutely spinning from everything that is going down between Forrester Creations and Logan right now. I mean, seriously, you guys, I have been covering this show for years, and I don't think I have ever seen a corporate bloodbath quite like this one. It is just messy. So messy. And honestly, I am here for it, but I am also just so exhausted by the sheer amount of backstabbing. We all knew that Hope leaving for Logan was going to cause a massive earthquake, but I don't think any of us were prepared for the aftershocks that are currently ripping through the Forrester family. And the biggest aftershock right now is Zende Forrester Domings. Poor Zende. Let's be real for a second, okay? Zende has been treated like the unwanted stepchild at Forrester Creations for way too long. I mean, think about it. Every single time he gets a little bit of shine, somebody else swoops in and takes it. Usually Thomas, but Thomas is out of the country right now. So what did Ridge do a few episodes ago? Ridge unilaterally promoted Zende to lead designer of Hope for the future? But here is the kicker. Ridge did it without even consulting Hope. He just did it to flex his muscles and prove he's the boss. And Zende was so euphoric. He was so happy. I actually felt good for him for like 5 minutes, but then the truth came out. Hope had already secretly defected to Logan, so Zende's big promotion. It was basically a promotion to captain of a sinking ship. A ship that didn't even have a captain anymore because Hope took the whole brand identity with her. So Zende is sitting there realizing that he was never really valued. He was just a pawn in Ridge's massive, inflated ego game. Ridge just needed a warm body to fill a seat and make it look like Forrester Creations was still fully functioning. And honestly, it is so insulting. Zende is an incredibly talented designer. He is a Forrester, well, a Forrester Domings, but you know what I mean. He has the blood, he has the talent, but he never gets the respect. He is just constantly used as a chess piece whenever Ridge or Steffy need to make a point. And you know who saw this. Katie Logan. Katie freaking Logan. You guys, Katie is playing for D chess right now while Ridge is still trying to figure out how to play checkers. Katie is building an absolute empire over at Logan, and she is not taking any prisoners. She saw Zen's frustration. She saw that he was just completely disillusioned with Ridge and the whole toxic environment at Forrester. She saw a young, hungry, talented designer who was practically begging to be taken seriously. So she swooped in. And she didn't just offer him a job. Oh no. Katie made Zende an offer that he literally could not refuse. She offered him the position of Senior Creative Director at Logan. Let that sink in for a minute. Senior Creative Director. Not just a lead designer under the thumb of Ridge and Steffy. Not a placeholder for when Thomas decides to come back from Europe. A Senior Director, a title that actually commands respect in the fashion industry. But wait, it gets better. Katie promised him absolute autonomy. Absolute creative control. That is the magic word, isn't it? Autonomy. It's the exact thing that Ridge refuses to give anyone at Forrester Creations. Ridge has to have his hands in everything. He has to dictate every hemline, every fabric choice, every single business move, and Katie knows this. She knows that the way to steal Forrester's best talent is to offer them the one thing Ridge won't give them, freedom. So Zende is looking at this offer. And how could he say no? How could anyone say no to that? He has been begging for a scrap of respect at Forrester for years. He wants to prove that he is a visionary, not just a guy who finishes other people's sketches. And here is Katie Logan handing him the keys to the kingdom on a silver platter. It is honestly a brilliant business strategy. But of course, in the soap world, every brilliant business move comes with a massive side of family drama. Enter Brooke Logan Forrester. Oh, Brooke? I don't even know where to start with Brooke today. I am honestly so tired of watching her run around trying to put out Ridge's fires. Brooke somehow finds out that Zende is about to jump ship. She finds out that this incredibly talented designer, who also happens to be a member of the Forrester family, is about to defect to the rival company, her sister's company. And Brooke goes into full panic mode. She is already completely shattered by Hope's lies and Hope's defection. She is already dealing with the fact that her own daughter betrayed the family and humiliated Ridge, and now Zende. It's too much for her, so what does Brooke do? She runs straight to Katie. She bursts into Katie's office and she confronts her sister, and she literally begs Katie to stop. She begs her. Brooke is standing there pleading with Katie to pull the job off her. And what is her reasoning? Is it because she cares about Zen's career? No. Is it because she thinks Zende is making a mistake and won't be happy at Logan? No. Brooke begs Katie to stop for the sake of Ridge's honor. Ridge's honor. I actually laughed out loud when I heard that. I was sitting there watching this and I literally yelled at my screen. What were they thinking with this dialogue? Ridge's honor. Let's be real, Ridge doesn't have any honor when it comes to business. He just promoted Zende without even asking Hope. He treats his employees like garbage unless their last name is Forrester, and even then, he treats Zende like a second-class citizen. But Brooke is so blinded by her devotion to Ridge that she is willing to sabotage a young man's career just to protect her husband's fragile ego. It is just so disappointing to watch Brooke constantly shrink herself to protect Ridge's pride. And Katie was not having it. Not even a little bit. Katie bluntly refused. She just completely shut Brooke down, and I have to say, I was cheering for Katie in this moment. Sometimes Katie can be a bit much, but right here, she was spot on. She looked Brooke in the eye and she mocked her. She literally mocked her own sister. Katie just looked at her. She just looked right at her and laughed. Katie told Brooke exactly what we are all thinking. She said that Brooke is only worried about Ridge's chair. She is only worried about Ridge's power and his position at the top of the fashion world. Katie called her out for caring more about a powerful man's ego than the actual careers and futures of young, talented people like Zende. She basically told Brooke that she is acting like a guard dog for a man who doesn't even respect the people working for him. And wow, just wow, the truth hurts, doesn't it? Brooke was just standing there, completely humiliated, because Katie was, right? Brooke has spent all this time trying to be the ultimate peacemaker between the Logans and the Forresters. She has tried to balance her love for Ridge with her love for her family. But in doing so, she has completely lost sight of what is actually right and wrong in this situation. She has become so obsessed with keeping the peace that she is willing to let Zende rot in a dead-end job just so Ridge doesn't get his feelings hurt. So Zende officially makes the move. He officially jumps ship and defects to Logan, and the fallout is going to be biblical. This is a massive, massive personnel loss for Forrester Creations. They are already bleeding talent. Hope is gone. Deke is gone. Thomas is out of the country. And now Zende is gone too, who is even left to design the clothes over there. Ridge and Eric can't do everything themselves. They are going to be scrambling to put out collections while Logan is scooping up all the fresh, young talent in the city. It is a total disaster for Forrester, but more than that, it is a massive slap in the face to Brooke. Brooke tried so hard to stop this. She tried to play the loyal wife. She tried to protect Ridge's honor and keep the family together. and she ended up with absolutely nothing. She is completely empty-handed in this massive power struggle. She couldn't stop Hope, and she couldn't stop Zende. She is losing her grip on her family and her influence at Forrester. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for Brooke. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. It's hard being caught in the middle of a war zone. But at some point, Brooke needs to wake up and realize that Ridge is the architect of his own destruction here. Ridge pushed Hope away by constantly undermining her. Ridge pushed Zende away by using him as a pawn. You can't treat people like disposable garbage and then act shocked when they leave for a better opportunity. Katie is just capitalizing on Ridge's mistakes, and she is doing a damn good job of it. Logan is looking like the place to be right now. They have Hope, they have Deke, they have Zende. They have absolute creative freedom. Forrester Creations is starting to look like a dinosaur. An old, tired dinosaur that is too stubborn to adapt to the changing times. The fans on social media have been saying this for weeks, and now it is actually happening on screen. And I just have to wonder what Steffy is going to do when she finds out about Zende. Steffy is already plotting to sabotage Hope's new line. She is already absolutely livid about the whole situation. When she finds out that Katie poached Zende too, Steffy might actually burn the Logan building down to the ground. I am not even kidding. The rage that is going to come out of Steffy Forrester Finnegan is going to be off the charts. She is going to see this as a direct act of war. But you know, this is why we watch. This is the drama we crave. The shifting power dynamics, the family betrayals. It feels like the show is really leaning into this new era where the younger generation is finally standing up to the older generation. Hope and Zende are saying enough is enough. They are tired of being controlled. They are tired of being told what to do and how to do it by people who don't even respect their visions. And Katie is the perfect person to lead this rebellion. Because Katie has always been the underdog Logan. Brooke was always the star. Donna was always the fun one. Katie was the smart, overlooked one. And now Katie is using all that intelligence and all that strategy to build something incredible. She is taking all the cast-offs from Forrester and turning them into an all-star team. She is proving that you don't need the Forrester name to make it in the fashion world if you have the right talent and the right leadership. I just keep thinking about that scene between Brooke and Katie. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Brooke begging for ridges on her, Katie laughing in her face. It was soap opera perfection. It really was. It highlights exactly how different these two sisters are right now. Brooke is tied to the past, tied to Ridge's legacy and his ego. Katie is looking at the future. She is looking at what is next. And Zende, man, I hope this works out for him. I really do. He has been kicked around so much. He deserves a win. He deserves to have his name on a successful line without Ridge coming in at the last minute and changing everything to suit his own tastes. Senior creative director. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Let's just hope Katie actually keeps her promise of absolute autonomy. Because if she starts micromanaging him like Ridge did, Zende is going to lose his mind all over again. But for now, it's a huge victory for Logan and a crushing defeat for Forrester. And Brooke is stuck right in the middle, holding the bag with no power and no influence left. She tried to play the game and she lost, big time. She is just a spectator now as her sister dismantles her husband's empire piece by piece. She has to sit there and watch as the people she loves tear each other apart over clothes and egos. Anyway, I need to wrap this up before my editor starts yelling at me. I have been staring at this screen for way too long and my eyes are starting to cross. But I had to get all these thoughts out because this storyline is just too good to ignore. What do you guys think? Is Katie going too far by poaching family members? Is Brooke right to try and protect Ridge's honor? Or is Zende making the best move of his life by finally leaving that toxic environment behind? Let me know in the comments, because I am honestly so torn, but also so incredibly entertained by all of this chaos.